Hey guys, Ren here again with more Pokemon, back with part 4, going over the history of Pokemon. Anyways, let's get started. 2006. Generation 4 starts with Pokemon and Diamond Pearl being released in Japan on September 28th. Players get to explore the Sinnoh region and discover Pokemon that rule over time and space. This was released for Nintendo DS. The first Pokemon Wii game is released in Japan on December 14th, called Pokemon Battle Revolution. This game was released 2 weeks after the Wii launched in Japan. 2007. On April 22nd, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl comes to the US. Within the game, all 3 starter Pokemon gain a second type through evolution. After the game being released, the Pokemon Trading Card expansion Diamond and Pearl set is released on May 23rd. This set included Pokemon from the Sinnoh region for the first time. Not leaving out the anime of Pokemon, June 4, Pokemon returns to the 10th season of Pokemon the Animation, called Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon Battle Revolution is released in the US on June 25th, released for the Nintendo Wii. Another Pokemon Trading Card expansion is released in the US on August 22nd called Diamond and Pearl Mysterious Treasure Set. September 13th, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness is released in Japan for the Nintendo DS. 7th of November, Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonder Set is released for the Pokemon Trading Card game in the US. 2008. Another Pokemon Trading Card expansion is released on February 13th in the US called Diamond and Pearl Great Encounter Set. This set is the first set to include the Pokemon Darkrai. Following this set, the 10th movie is aired on February 24th on Cartoon Network in the US, called Pokemon The Rise of Darkrai. Pikachu and Jigglypuff appear yet again in the Super Smash Bros. Game. In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, new additions like Lucario and Pokemon Trainer appear for the first time in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Super Smash Bros. Brawl was released for the Nintendo Wii on March 9th. The new release for the Pokemon Ranger series is released in Japan on March 20th called Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Players get to explore the new region of Almia, where the base of operations is a ranger school. On March 25th, My Pokemon Ranch is released in Japan. This is a WiiWare title which isn't considered as a game, but rather as an accessory for owners of the games Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. The Pokemon animation returns with Season 11 on April 12th, which was called Pokemon DP Battle Dimension. The Nintendo DS game Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness is released on April 20th in the US. Another expansion is released for the Pokemon Trading Card game called Diamond and Pearl Majestic Dawn Set, which was released in the US on the 21st of May. My Pokemon Ranch, the WiiWare title, is released in the US on the 9th of June. August 20th, another expansion is released in the US called Diamond and Pearl Legends Awaken Set. This set was based on the legendary Pokemon Heatran and Regigigas. On the 13th of September, Pokemon Platinum is released in Japan. This game was the first game where the player can battle an NPC in a Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Trading Card game Diamond and Pearl Stormfront set is released on November 5th in the US. This set introduced shiny Pokemon to the Diamond and Pearl series. On November 10th, Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia is released in the US. 2009. To start the year, the Platinum set is released for the Pokemon Trading Card game in the US on the 11th of February. This set introduced Pokemon SP and the Lost Zone. Following the release of the Platinum set, the 11th movie Pokemon Giratina and the Sky Warrior premiered in the US on February 13th, where it featured the legendary Pokemon from Pokemon Platinum, Giratina. After the release of the 11th movie, Pokemon Platinum was released in the US on the 22nd of March. April 18th, another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game is released in Japan for the Nintendo DS called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. This was the first and only sister game in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. May 9th, another season premieres on TV for Pokemon the Anime, called Pokemon DP Galactic Battles. This was the 12th season. 11 days later, on May 20th, the Pokemon Trading Card game expansion Platinum Rising Rivals set is released in the US. Pokemon Rumble is released on June 16th in Japan on the Nintendo Wii. Pokemon Rumble is a WiiWare title. This was the first Pokemon Rumble of its series. Platinum Supreme Victor set is released for the US for the Pokemon Trading Card game on August 19th. This set introduced 2 new types of SP Pokemon, Pokemon FB and Pokemon C. The remakes of Pokemon Gold and Silver released for the Nintendo DS in Japan on September 12th called Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. 1 month later on October 12th, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of the Sky is released in the US. Another Pokemon Trading Card game expansion is released in the US on November 4th called Platinum Arceus Set. This set hinted what Pokemon would be featured in the upcoming movie. Pokemon Rumble comes to the US, being released on November 16th for the Nintendo Wii. 4 days later, on November 20th, the 12th movie premieres in the US on Cartoon Network called Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life. Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure is released in Japan for the Nintendo Wii on December 5th. This game is quite similar to Hey You Pikachu and Pokemon Channel. 2010. Pokemon Remix of Gold and Silver's expansion is released for the Pokemon trading card game called Heart Gold and Soul Silver set, which was released in the US on February 10th. This set introduced Legend cards. On 6th of March, another Pokemon Ranger game is released in Japan for the Nintendo DS called Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. This was the sequel to Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. A few days later, on March 14th, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver is released in the US. On May 12th, another expansion is released in the US for the Pokemon trading card game called HS Unleashed set. This set introduced Pokemon Prime cards. Another season premieres on TV on June 5th in the US for the Pokemon anime. This was the 13th season called Pokemon DP Sinnoh League Victors. This season was the last season of the Diamond and Pearl series. HS Undaunted set is released for the Pokemon trading card game in the US on August 18th. Within this set, it featured Darkness and Metal type Pokemon. 3 months later, on October 4th, Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs is released for the Nintendo DS in the US. On November 2nd, Pokemon Park Wii Pikachu's Adventures is released in the US for the Nintendo Wii. The last HX expansion is released for the Pokemon trading card game in the US on the 3rd of November, which was called HS Triumphant set. Despite its name, it focused on Generation 4 Pokemon, but still featured Pokemon from Generation 2. 2011. The final expansion was released for the Pokemon trading card game in the US on February 9th called the Core of Legends set. This set included the Lost World Stadium card, which provided a new way to win the game. This set was created to store time for the release for Generation 5 sets. Bonus! Let's give you a bonus. On 25th of November 2010, in Macy's 84th Thanksgiving Parade, not only they featured a gigantic Pikachu balloon, which made its 10th annual appearance, they featured Pokemon from the new generation at that time, Generation 5, which Zekrom and Reshiram balloons made an appearance for the first time. That's all for this week. Make sure to check out my other videos, hit that like button if you liked the video and subscribe for more to come.